Alright, my name's Gaz. So I watch a lot of anime, and this season I decided to review the first episode of every show, or more specifically, nearly every show. I'm only doing 42 of them, because I didn't want to include any long-running shows like One Piece, Doraemon, any sequels to shows that I haven't already seen the first season, and no shows that I just could not get my hands on. We're going to do it in order, from the bottom to the top. There's, I think, 5 sections. Slop, mediocre, good, great, fabulous. Pretty simple. I'm also going to give a little bit of details written on the screen for each show, as well as a little sentence or two describing them. Let's start real quick at the bottom, though. We have 3 nasty freaks down here in the slop zone. Hamidashi Creative. This is a 4-minute short. It is mechanically poorly made, and I think it's because it has $2 to its name. I'm never going to remember that I watched this. It was an irrelevant waste of my time. Demon Lord Retry R. This is a sequel to a show called Demon Lord Retry, which was already not so good, but they decided to give it a second season, redesign every character to look worse and less interesting, and then the first episode of Season 2 is a remake of the first episode of Season 1. I couldn't sit through it. It was really hard. I didn't like this. Bad job. Mirai in Love. What happens when you have $3 and a concept that's not that good? Well, you have 20 minutes that you can barely sit through. I really hated this, and I think this is my least favorite show of the season. It didn't make me laugh at all. It made me very unhappy at how unfunny it was. Quiver in fear and regret. As we exit the slop zone, we now enter the true horror of seasonal anime. The mediocre shows that make you feel nothing. Loner Life in Another World. Loner Life is if boredom became a real show. Wow! I watch a lot of isekais, and this is one that I didn't really enjoy watching because it was kind of fucking boring. Cool. The healer who was banished from his party is in fact the strongest? The title and the poster are so generic, I was pretty sure I'd seen this before, but I didn't, and I watched it, and I don't remember what happened in it, except that he's a healer who was banished from his party and is in fact the strongest. The most notorious talker runs the world's greatest clan? What if you made a show that was fucking stupid? This is that. Something happened to someone, I forget. That's kind of nice. Acro Trip. The first magical girl show on the list. It was kind of boring. Maybe it'll pick up later. I have no feelings one way or another. Arifureta from Commonplace to World's Strongest Season 3. Haigakura. What if Pokemon were more like Digimon, but Digimon was closer to Shaman King? I felt like watching episode 1, I had missed a season or 2 before, but these two guys almost kiss, if that's what you're into. Goodbye, Dragon Life. Whoa, in this show, people drink this lady's boob milk. But then, later on, they have them drink her daughter's titty milk. I don't know how I feel about that, but squid happens. Mushroom Pup. If your dog dies, cry yourself to sleep, and a mushroom become a mascot character to comfort you. Tohai, Ura, rate Mahjong Tohai Roku. I don't understand Mahjong, how to play or anything about it, but this anime taught me one simple trick. If you play Mahjong online, don't answer meetups, because the Yakuza will try to force you into debt to send you to sexual slavery. Trigger warning, sexual slavery. Neko OG. The guy that got reincarnated as a cat. This is a tiny little bite-sized short. It felt like I blinked and was looking at a coloring book. It didn't really feel like I watched an anime. 365 days to the wedding. Wow, this was pretty boring. I don't like the main characters. Their romance is fucking boring. How I attended an all-guys mixer. What if the girls that were really hot could cross-dress as guys who were still really hot? Man, wouldn't that be a problem? Teehee. As a reincarnated aristocrat, I'll use my appraisal skill to rise in the world season 2. Fuck, this name is horrible. It's more aristocrat. He does the same stuff. He won't stop talking and being humble and telling us how great his friends are. Cool. I know how great your friends are. They mentioned it 3 times in episode 1 of season 2. I don't like it. Tonbo season 2! What's up with the seasons 2 this season just being recap episodes? This doesn't even have new animation like Demon Lord Retry R. I liked Tombo season 1, but fuck this episode. Get fucked, Tombo, you son of a bitch. Trillion Game. This is boring. These two guys want to make $1 trillion. One's like kinda funny, one's kinda sad. I think the show in general's kinda bad. Blue Miburo. Kinda boring. I already don't like period pieces, and there was nothing to like pull me in. The flow wasn't there, but I might be a moron. This might turn out to be good later. Let me know. Uzumaki. Don't get it wrong, episode 1 is a masterpiece, fucking fantastic, and perfectly adapts Junji Ito's manga, but I've already seen on Twitter that episodes 2 through 4 are 9/11, so you get stuck in mediocre Uzumaki. I'm literally sad about this one. Squid sad about this one. And with that, we're out of the mediocrity. Thank goodness! Speaking of, these next shows are good enough. Sumasho, my wife will become an elementary schooler. That sounds creepy and like it's porn, but this is actually a concept that's played straight. It's actually a drama with some interesting concepts. I don't know how great it'll like stick the landing, but episode 1 was decent enough that I cheated and watched the first 3 episodes, and they were pretty fun and not creepy. There weren't any weird shots about the 50-year-old woman who's now a 10-year-old, which is nice. A terrified teacher at Ghoul School. This one's kinda shitty, but it made me laugh a little bit. It's like if Irma-kun was bad. Than it is. Yakuza Fiancé. Toxic romance? Yes, please. The art style being different enough actually hard carries this for me. It's not that good. Chibi Godzilla. In this house we respect Godzilla, and to a lesser extent his chibi cousin who has a comedy show. I'll become the villainess who goes down in history. This is pretty good, but it's also pretty bad. It's kind of a shitty made show, but I like watching it. Every second of it makes me happy. It's cozy in a strange way, like your mom's burnt grilled cheese. Let this grieving soul retire. I swear I've watched this exact same show before somewhere, but it's okay enough to rewatch, I guess. I don't hate it. If you shut off your brain and squint, maybe it's really good. Probably squid not. Blue Lock versus Under 20 Japan.
But I'm serious. These are the kind of guys you like to smack in the ass.
This one was originally going to be in the next section up, but I was spoiled and saw that every episode after episode 2 has suffered the Uzumaki animation curse, and it is not animated. I really liked the first episode of this. It was more of Blue Lock. It was resetting up all of the plot points of season 1, but now that I know that the rest of season 2 is trash looking, I'm going to keep it here in the good section. Even though it has no animation, I still kind of like the vibes and feel of the show. So I guess it's good. Okay, we're out of there and we're on to the next shows. These ones are great, like a pigeon at a hot dog cart. We fly to the greatness. Puniru is a kawaii slime. This is an anime. Yep, this slime goes to high school, middle school, elementary school. This might be a show about babies. It was funny, but also kind of creepy. I think lolicons love this one. Tying the knot with an Amagami sister. I really don't like harems anymore. I don't like that I know a bunch of the characters will fall in love and then cry because they're losers and can't win. But the first episode was pretty okay for a harem. Demon Lord 2099. Wow, another show about a Demon Lord. He died and revived in the future, but it's cyberpunkish now. How many fantasy pieces of shit we got? Can sci-fi at least get just a little popular? Can we get 4 sci-fi shows a season, Japan? Come on, give me something. Lockdown Zone, Level X. This is a 13-minute horror short. It has no animation. They barely move. But the fucking vibes are pretty good and it's a little spooky maybe. I'm gonna watch this on Halloween. And unlike Uzumaki, this show can't get uglier. Which is nice. Nina, the Starry Bride. What if you were an orphan but your eyes were super pretty? You'd get adopted and be the princess's replacement. Ranma 1/2. I hate remakes, I hate reboots, but I still watch them because I'm stupid, and this is a decent remake. It's very pretty, and it was paced well in the first episode. It's squid interesting. You are Mr. Servant. It's a little comedy about a boy who gets a maid who was an assassin and she has to learn how to live, laugh, love. I liked it. The do-over damsel conquers the dragon emperor. I like the vibes of this. It's not very interesting or smart, but it's kind of charming. Also, surprise incest in episode 1.
私との婚約は妹との禁断の恋をカムフラージュするためのものだったのだ。
Mecha Ude mechanical arms. Robot arms. Robot arms. This is a pretty interesting shonen. I'm really hopeful that the rest of it stays good. It has a really fun, distinct style and feel. Kind of like Kill la Kill, but nothing like Kill la Kill at all. I hope it stays good. This next section are all the shows I know are good, and I'm going to finish and I'm going to like. So in no particular order, here comes the Fabuloso baddies this season. Orb on the movements of the earth. Sometimes a show has a weird description and it doesn't make any sense. How did this exist? This is an anime about heliocentrism in France. That first episode was surprisingly really good. It's interesting, has characters that I like, and it's suspenseful because at any moment you could be burnt at the squid stake. Magie Lumiere. Magical Girls Inc. If real life had monsters to fight, we'd have real magical girls, and it would be a real job for adult women working 9 to 5. This was funny. I liked it. The stories of girls who couldn't be magicians. This one's kind of mysterious. The vibes are kind of neat, kind of in a magical school, and the first episode pulled me in. I think it's kind of nice. Maybe it's like Little Witch, but nothing like that at all. I don't know, I liked it. Negative, positive, angular. I love this show. This might be my favorite show this season, just for me specifically. It's about a boy dying of a brain tumor cancer, turbo super cancer, but he has to learn how to live, laugh, love, and how to fish. Yummy! ReZero, Starting Life in Another World Season 3. This is more ReZero. The quality's high, the characters are good, and scary fucked up shit happens to our main character, Toyota Corolla. It feels kind of cheating because the first episode was like an hour and a half, which is really 4 episodes long. But either way, it was really good. My biggest complaint about this show is that it takes 3 years to get a new season, so I forget about the 39 slightly relevant side characters and what the fuck they had to do with the earlier seasons. Still good though. Dragon Ball Daima. What? Goku's a kid again? That's surprisingly stupid, but it works pretty well. I've cheated and watched the first 4 episodes or 3 episodes. I watched more than 1 episode. I really like it and the animation's really high quality. Let's go Dragon Ball. Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online Season 2. Gun Gale. Online Alternative. Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Season 2. Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online Season 2. Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online Season 2. Sword Art Online Gun Gale Alternative. Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online Season 2. The spin-off sequel series to Sword Art Online, which I think is better in nearly every way. I really like Gun Gale Online, Alternative Sword Art Online, Season 2 and Season 1. It's high quality. I hate its name, though. Fucking shit. Dan to Dan. Animation, check. Characters, check. Action, comedy, style, check, check, check. We all know about it. We all seen about it. We know everything. Dan to Dan's really the front runner for this season's most hype show. It's pretty fantastic. I adore it. Blue Box. This is Blue Box. I really like it. It is a classical boy meets girl who plays basketball, who plays badminton, but they now live in the same house and they have to fall in love. Oh my god. This is an animated sports romance and an emphasis on the romance. I really loved it. I felt it was great. And it's the only show aside from Dan to Dan to like blow me away with its quality and pacing and characters. I was actually shocked how much I like this. I love it though. And that was my list, my review quickly of every first episode of the fall 2024 anime season. I hope you got something out of it, because I know I didn't. This was a horrible experience, and I think I've made my life worse. But hopefully it made yours too. Worse. Bye.